Yibunei HaMikdash Hirtzio Inte Malai Okor Les Ozman.
Baruch Aboim, welcome everyone. In the book of Exodus, chapter 19, verse 6, we read, Vatem tihu lihi mamleches kohanim v'goy kadosh ileh hadvorim asher tidaber al b'nei Yisrael. And ye shall be unto me a kingdom of priests and a holy nation. These are the words which thou shalt speak unto the children of Israel. Ben Ish Chai explains that the greatness of humanity, even greater than the angels, is that for an angel there's nothing special about being an angel, whereas a human being has to work on himself and become something and improve himself. He gives the following parable. Someone enters into a shop and he sees a beautiful statue of a bird, and he asks, how much is this bird? And he says, it's $500. He says, what are you talking about? I could go to the market and buy a live bird for $5. Why is the statue of the bird $500? He said, well, God made those birds and they come naturally. But a human being had to make this bird, and it took a lot of work. And so to the angels, they're already perfect. There's nothing special about them. But we as human beings, we have to work hard and become holy people, a holy nation, a kingdom of priests. How do we do that? How do we accomplish that? We first have to understand, what is this priesthood that we have? Rashi says that it means sarim. It means nobility. But what is the purpose of that nobility? The Ramban says that we'll be a kingdom of servants of God, of ministers to God. There's something much deeper that we can contemplate as far as this is concerned. The word Kohen, priest, is often translated in different ways. For example, in the beginning of our Parsha, Jethro is called Kohen Midian, the priest of Midian. But Unclus renders it as as Rabbi de Midian, that he was the chieftain, he was the chief of Midian. In a way, maybe the rabbi, the master. Melchizedek, who rabbis often say was Shem, the son of Noah, is also called Kohen L'Kel Elyon. He's a priest to the Most High God. But Unclus there in Genesis renders it as Mishamesh, as a servant, similar to the Greek diakonos, which is often rendered into the English word of a deacon. That is really what our priesthood is. In fact, in other religions, before one can become a priest, he has to first be a deacon, right? He has to be a servant, because that's the purpose of the priesthood. All the more so in our tradition, and we see in the Psalms, it says, Ata Kohen Le'olam al Divrasi Melchizedek, that when the psalmist says in Psalm 111 that you are a priest forever, he says to David, who was not from the tribe of Levi, was not from the family of Aaron. Nonetheless, God says you are a priest forever according to the order of Melchizedek. We go back to what Unclus says, that Melchizedek was a priest in the sense that he was a servant, and so to us. That is our job, and really, in a certain sense, that is why we are in exile. If we fail to live up to what it means, which we did in the Holy Land, to be that kingdom of priests, to be the light unto the nations, so then how do we rectify it? And so in both Tochachas it says, there you will serve other gods. And Meforshim, Rashi, others, the commentators say not that you will worship the other gods, but you'll be servants to the servants of the other gods. And indeed, that's what our job is here. We are a people who are destined to be servants to the world. And the great service that we do, though, is to bring the world to God. And that includes through conversion to Judaism, as we see in the beginning of the Parsha with Yisro, with Jethro. And it's a shame that so many people are turned away when there is absolutely no Jewish law to say to turn away converts. And so we see the desperation that so many souls who want to come close to God, who want to join our religion, and they're turned away out of ignorance. And we see what happened recently. One young man who wanted desperately to join our community, and because that one community that likes to send out missionaries to put tefillin on people who don't even believe in God, but then you have someone who really wants it, and he's turned away, and he became very desperate and did something very foolish, perhaps to get some attention. And then the arrogance of people to go and call him an anti-Semite when all he wants is to join our people. And so that's the message that we have to wake up to. And there's so many others like him who want to join our people and are turned away. We see what's going on just now in Argentina, where the president of Argentina, who is a great man and an honorable man, wants desperately to become Jewish. And his plan is, when he retires from the presidency, is to convert to Judaism. And yet, the rabbis, mostly from that same group in Argentina, have said, no conversion in Argentina. Why not? Where does it say in Shulchan Aruch that you can't convert in Argentina? And so we have to rebuke these movements that go against our holy Torah, but rather embrace the idea of what we need to do to be a kingdom of priests, to be a holy people, and to grab on to the truth of Torah, and which is that the whole world should be filled with the knowledge of the Lord as the waters cover the seas. And that includes many people who it's not enough for them just the Sheva Mitzvahs B'nai Noach, which is actually in some ways more difficult to keep in many ways. We could discuss that at a later time. But also to be welcoming, to be loving, to not be judgmental, to not be the gatekeepers who are trying to keep people away, to not be playing God by holding people back, but rather learn from Moses, be welcoming. Rabbi Nachman of Breslov says the whole reason, the whole life of Moses, and even the whole service, the whole worship of Moses, the whole work of Moses, both in his life and now after his death, is to make converts. That's what it's all about. That's why he wanted to be buried in front of Baal Peor. For that reason, to say to the world, come, become Jewish, join our people, become this kingdom of priests, a holy nation. Might not be an obligation, not everyone has to be a priest, but if you have that calling, embrace it and understand the purpose of that is not to make us better than anyone else. Even as when Rashi says Sorim, we know that the Rabbanis, that to be a rabbi is a Srara Shihavdus. It's a level of nobility that is of servitude. That's our job, to serve the world, to be kind, to be loving, but also to be firm in our faith and to be a witness people, to show that the Lord is one and His name is one. Thank you for watching. God bless. Please like, share, and subscribe, comment. We'll see you later.
We hope you enjoyed this content. This channel has over 5,000 videos, including Torah commentary, podcasts, footage of Jewish and historical events, and much more. We are sure you will find more videos you will enjoy. Please like, share, subscribe, hit the bell button, and comment. Rabbi Kulikowski often makes videos based on questions in the comment section, so you might have a video made just for you. By helping this channel grow, you are helping to spread Torah. God bless.
Yibunei HaMikdash, Hirtzia in the Mala.